All right, what's up guys? So I'm gonna record this quick video for you guys to go over really anyone who's not seeing any replies from messages that they're getting from their LinkedIn outreach. And really it really boils down to three of the top reasons I found that are the top reasons why that's happening. So granted, with LinkedIn, it is a numbers game. It is something that does require you to send out quite a couple messages and not get, most oftentimes not replies. But if you're sending about like 25 to 50 messages and you're not getting some replies and at least like 1 or 2 meetings from that, then at the bare minimum 1 or 2 meetings, then there is something going on. The great thing about that is that it can easily be fixed. It's a very simple fix to start getting some replies, right? And it all boils down to one of these three things. So you're either doing one of these three things wrong. If you fix it, you'll be able to get some replies, which means more meetings, which means more clients, okay? So I'm gonna go right into it. The first one being is that you don't have a client avatar. You're not specific on who you want to work with. And this kind of goes like beyond like, yes, like a niche, but also like, who is it that like you want to work with? Like what type of problems do they have? Are they like someone who's like a beginning small business owner? Is it someone who is looking to scale their business? Both of those people have different sets of problems. So it's really understanding who you want to work with and really writing it down. Like for me, for example, I have a Google Doc where I write down exactly who I want to work with, what kind of problems do they have, what are they good at, what are they bad at, what are they looking for, what do they think is the solution to their problem. And all of those things are really important because then you understand how to talk to them, which brings me to my next point and reason number 2 why you might not be getting any responses on LinkedIn is you don't understand the person's wants or desires. And so before you even go into that, you like have to have like an ideal client avatar, because if you don't have a niche or someone who like you're going after, then you can't even begin to explore these desires or problems. Because if you're just going after everyone, then everyone has different sets of problems. But once you dial in on a specific client avatar or a niche rather, then you'll find that niche has very similar problems. I get on sales calls, and when I go through like a bunch of these, I hear the same problems over and over again. I hear the same wants and needs and all that stuff. So once you dial in on a niche, you'll find that they want the same thing. They also struggle with the same thing as well. And once you understand that, you can tailor your message to basically fit what they want and what they want to avoid. So if you've seen my other videos, I believe I have one on my 2-step outreach approach, which I might put a link down below, and you can check that out, and it's going to show you exactly how to structure a message so that you actually get some replies. But this is definitely a reason why you're not seeing any replies, is because you're not speaking to their problems, to the desires. If you do speak to those wants and needs, then it shows that you're someone who understands what they're going through and can actually help them, as opposed to saying, for example, like, hey, I can help you get 30 customers every single month. If you say something like, hey, I can help, I'm sure you get these messages all the time. What I do is I help you get more Invisalign patients using, whatever your method or proprietary system is. And then you have a call to action. So that's the third reason why I see that some people don't get replies on their LinkedIn outreach, is they don't have a strong enough call to action. So this call to action could be, for example, like a call where you basically show them a demo of what they could be doing to either replace their, whatever they're doing, like currently, if they're doing Yelp and not seeing any return on it, if they're doing Zillow or anything like that, then you show them a different way, a way that they probably might not have been aware of. So maybe it's a demo where you just basically give them like a free strategy on something that they can implement, and at the end, you give them the option to do it for them. And most of the time, people just want you to do it for them. So it has to be a compelling call to action. And oftentimes I see that some agency owners don't have even any call to action, especially like someone who's beginning. They don't have any call to action. They just say, hey, here's what I do, let me know if you're interested, which is something that might not really get as strong replies as you'd like. What's going to work for you is if you basically say like what you offer, and then basically assume the close. So you basically say, hey, would you be available tomorrow afternoon and then you propose a time. And that's basically it. Like, those are really the top reasons why you are not seeing any replies on LinkedIn, and there's exactly how to fix it. So just to recap for you guys, the first thing you need is an ideal client avatar. You need to know who you want to work with, what their problems are, what their desires are, what they want, what they need, what they think is a problem. Have that written down. Like, literally take out a Google Doc and write it out so that you know exactly who it is that you want to work with. It's really, really important that you do that. The second step is understanding their desires and their problems and crafting a message around that. So you basically structure yourself as an authority and expert in your field and in that niche, and someone that can obviously help them because you know what it is that they struggle with and how to solve that. And then the third part is having a strong call to action. If you don't have a call to action, then I would just suggest using like a strategy call where you give them some sort of free value. Obviously call it different, don't call it like a strategy session. And then just take 15 minutes with them to either do a discovery or a demo or any sort of thing that brings value to that niche, anything that they would find valuable. You're gonna wanna mention that and then propose a time for you to get together on a call. So those are the top three. I hope this was massively valuable for you, especially if you haven't been seeing any replies from any of the messages you've been sending out. This is for sure going to help you. If you have any questions, leave it down below, and I'll be sure to either make a video on it or answer you guys directly. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. I basically make videos on helping you guys generate leads and basically start a social media marketing agency so you have more life of freedom. All right, guys. Hope this was helpful for you guys.